All right, well, today is May the 1st, 2018, and right now at 9:30 p.m., we have a temperature of 50 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 76%. The dew point is 43 degrees, and the barometer is rising. It's at 29.97 inches. And today we had 5/100ths of an inch of rain from this weather system right here moving through the area. And we can see that right here we have high pressure being installed, and this will bring very hot temperatures for the weekend. This will be stationary high pressure. That will block this gale force system from moving eastbound. So we see a blockade of high pressure going in right here, and that is evaporating all the moisture that is wrapping into this vortex. So we had 5/100ths of an inch of rain. Let's go ahead and take a look at the swell report right now. We can see that weather system created some fairly high swells offshore. We have 13 and 12-foot swells right here off of Central California from this weather system that delivered only 5/100ths of an inch of rain in Southern California. Out here, that gale is generating 18 and 15-foot seas right here. Let's go back to the map. The Western US Watervapor loop, we can see that both weather systems. Right here we have some straight edges at the beginning of the loop. We also see this huge area of high pressure. This is a blockade that will prevent this from moving in. The result of this high pressure is evaporating, as I mentioned, so we're really not going to have the thunderstorms that were forecast. We were told that we'd have thunderstorms today and tomorrow, Wednesday, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. As this high pressure fills in, that will evaporate and neutralize all this weather right over here. So this is all going to move out to the east. We can see out here over Nebraska and Kansas, there's a lot of weather going on out there. If you go back to the Doppler map, or go to the Doppler map, this is about take 4, by the way, we can see some rain here in the Southern California area. As we pan around, zoom out a little bit if we can, we can see that weather over the central part of the country and over near the Great Lakes up near Wisconsin and Minnesota. So today we were gypped of rain out here on the west coast once again. The east coast is looking fairly clear. There's no rain except for up in Maine. We can see a little bit of rain up there. All right, let's go back to these maps out here on the west coast. We can see the situation. We have a very large thunderstorm system down here south of the Hawaiian Islands, which is being superheated right down here, and that is being done to prevent this system from moving up and getting caught in this eastbound flow pattern, this moisture field right here. This is a Pineapple Express flow pattern. All of this weather here has been superheated. We'll take a look at that right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Central Pacific water vapor loop. We can see a tremendous blast pattern right in this area, especially along this side. This area here has been targeted. We can see the color change. This area here has been hit too. This whole center just implodes as that area is superheated. And on these various maps coming up, we can see the blast pattern. We see a ring right here, an expanding ring right there, right where the pen is. That expands out. And that is a result of the rapidly expanding water vapor in this thunderstorm, which has been targeted with either laser or microwave. You can see the result of that right here. We see a hole opening up right here. And we see the color change right over in this area. Notice the blast pattern right up here in this area. Now here in the visible light map, we can see a small ring right there as this area is targeted. Look at that expanding ring towards the end of the loop right there. So this is very good evidence of what's going on and what has been going on. There are space-based satellite transmitters which are systematically breaking up thunderstorms, not only out over the ocean, but over California. I've got 2 videos in my playlist that everybody should see. And it shows the cumulonimbus development. And as we watch those clouds rise up, those thunderheads rise, they are targeted. And we see the tops of those thunderheads mushroom. They fall apart, they collapse, and we see an expanding sort of a ring near the top of those thunderheads. People need to see this because nobody on television is reporting this. The people on TV are towing the globalist line, that is the climate change, the carbon dioxide narrative, which is completely false and irrelevant to what we're seeing here. We have high pressure being installed. We've got thunderstorms being superheated right over here as well. This area here is being destroyed as well, superheated. But look at the blast pattern down here, right there, so that this area of weather will not move up and get caught in this eastbound moisture field right over those Hawaiian Islands. There's military assets right there, and so these islands are protected a lot of the time. Right now we see some rain moving over the top of those islands, but never will you see a hurricane directly hit these islands. That will not happen. All right, next we see the infrared map. We can see the blast pattern here. And we can see that area of high pressure being installed. That's going to block all this weather. The Western US Watervapor loop, we can see the size of this weather system. This is gigantic. This is half the size of the US. This system right here should be dumping inches of rain on Southern California, but because of all the manipulation going on from these satellite transmitters and also the chemtrail spraying, we've gotten 5/100ths of an inch. Okay, so we have the surface analysis map here. We can see the situation. We have high pressure building right off the west coast, which is going to block this Gale 4 system. This is actually comprised of 2 lows, it shows here. And these are going to move, looks like, to the north west, according to this map. And we see an occluded front here. That's the satellite transmitter at work, generating heat in the center of that low pressure system. So this occluded front indicates manipulation. You should never see a warm front overtaking a cold front in the middle of a dual low pressure system, but that's precisely what is happening here. When we look at the map, or the satellite map here, the water vapor map, we can see these straight edges. That is the transmitter at work. And what they do is they create a right angle. It's not always a right angle, but we can see those straight edges, and that separates the frontal system here from the low pressure center. And that's why we have clockwise rotation right in this area. Aside from this high, this is a separate high pressure system that's working on blockading all this. But aside from this, we have manipulation right in here. That's what's causing those straight edges. Okay, so that is the report for tonight. And look at all of this moisture here, and yet we have 5/100ths of an inch of rain to report. Okay, so the people on TV won't show you these maps. You will not see this on the nightly ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox, whatever station you watch, mainstream. They will not show us these. They will not show these satellite maps because people would ask a lot of questions. Now, this is not CO2 causing those right angles. Jerry Brown really needs to be removed from office, and all of his kind. These people are really they're not on the same page. Let's just put it that way. Okay, that's it.